Hey guys, this is your Indian-SimRacer, and today I am here taking you guys through, I believe, the toughest license test that I've ever done. I've almost got all gold on the entire license test for normal and master license. This specific one, I believe, is probably the toughest, and a lot of people have been asking me in terms of like how to handle this specific car, and I've also gotten comments and questions in the past in terms of this specific track on GR3s and 4s, and so I just found the perfect license test. And there's a league going on. I'm part of SimNation India, which is also called SNI, which is basically a sim racing club, the largest in India, specific to GT7. And we are going to be having this F1 league, and part of the qualifiers is that we got to do the S7 test and the master license section, which is the SF'19 car, the Honda SF'19 car at the Leguna Seca. And the ghost is about 1 minute 6 seconds, like 106.3, I think. And the gold is about 107.8. I think I had attempted it about three and a half months ago when I first started sim racing and GT7 basically, and I think I had gotten a 111, I think mid 111s, something like that. And I looked at it and I was like, oh, damn, I got a bronze. So I wanted to kind of better my time. So I think I did about 40 attempts in total, including yesterday and today. Yeah, at least about 50 attempts I would have taken, and I finally got into 104. So just for reference, we all know the demo cars, like the demo Ghost, whatever, is super fast, and the demo Ghost is about 1063, which is 1.5 seconds at least faster than the gold time, right? And I got a time which is about 1.5 seconds faster than the Ghost's time. So I wanted to kind of take you through the entire lap, and in case if you're wondering how this car handles in general, I've put the brake balance as +5, and this is the Leguna Seca. It's, in my opinion, very technical, and it can be very cumbersome, and you have to pay attention at each and every corner, especially the sausages. And I'm not going to be braking as much as you would think I am. Of course, there are certain sections where I'm applying a lot of brake, but you have to be very cautious about some of these turns, and especially this being an F1 style car, you just have to have the confidence of throwing it around the corners, right? So I'm gonna do a bit of a run through. It's not a walkthrough. I'll just talk while the the lap is on. It's a recording, obviously. Just finished it a few seconds ago, and I just wanted to put it out there on YouTube for all you guys as a lap guide or a reference lap for S7 license test. Right, so here it goes. Check out the braking markers. Check out what gear I'm on, what speed I'm carrying, and what's my exit. I can be about 3/10 faster just on that particular right turn. This is completely flat out. You trail brake, hop on the third, and take this as well completely flat out. And this is like a light tap on the brake, shift to fourth, fifth, and this I kind of did not nail that turn. I believe I can at least gain 1.5 tenths on that one corner. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through a bit of a walkthrough. So I'm about to brake, so just pay attention where I brake. You see that line on the right side, right? So just past that line is when I start braking, right? So it's basically between the 2 marker and the 1 marker, right up ahead. Try to avoid the apex on the left, otherwise you will mostly spin out. I have touched the apex a couple of times, but this time I kind of wanted to stay fairly clear. Exit on third. Again, here you have to brake right here. So just between 2 and 1. So that's exactly the braking marker. And once you brake, like you see here, don't brake completely, just brake, like tap on the brake one full, like 100%, just tap once and quickly downshift to third. Take this turn, you have to take the apex. Again, be careful of the sausage, you will spin out if you hit the sausage. You have to ride this apex, and then over here upshift to fourth, and then this is how much you can go off track towards the left in order for you to not, get a penalty, right, as so to speak. I believe I do a 17, yeah, 17.9 over here. That's the first checkpoint. I think I've seen people do 17.6, 17.5, 17.7. So I think there's at least a 3/10 to 4/10 for me to gain here when and if I attempt this again. And this is completely flat out. Just pay attention to the angle that I take. This is the only way possible that you can take this flat out and avoid that nasty sausage on the right that you can see at about 1 o'clock. Right, so this is the angle. You have to touch the apex, avoid the sausage, completely flat out, and here you have to upshift to fifth, because evidently fifth gives you a little bit of more rotation, and also avoids spin outs, right? And you get to the right power band at the right time. You have to touch the apex on the left as well, so basically utilize all of the tracks limit to the fullest. It's okay if you go onto the dirt a little bit. As you can see, my left tire has slightly gotten dusty, but it's fine. By the time we take the next left, the tire should be fine by then. Again, you have to touch this apex. Try not to go in the mud, like I'm on the apex, not on the mud. And over here, do not upshift to sixth. You don't need to upshift to sixth on this track, especially, right? And here is where you brake. Between the second and the first marker is when I start braking. If you can see the left side, but then it's only a very gentle brake. I tap full just once, let it go, trail brake, shift from fifth to third gradually, take this apex little bit, just kiss it. Don't even try riding the apex. I mean, you can, but just avoid that bollard on the sausage on the left as much as you can. You are going to spin out otherwise. And then you can get to the power band. You can, so as you can see, the moment I take this turn, I know I've got the powers, so I've just upshifted to fourth right away. You can ride it a bit longer, because if you slow down quite a lot, then you don't want to upshift to fourth before you hit the power band on a slope. You're going to lose time and speed. Again, do not go into the mud, just exactly ride this line of the apex. See the right tire? It's on the apex, just ride it. And here, there's no braking. You have to completely be flat out. Just have the courage and throw the car around, it won't disappoint you. Again, ride the apex here. Beware of the bollard, or sorry, I keep saying bollard, the sausage to the left. Okay, there are a lot of these sausage curbs. You will spin out if you hit them, but the way I do it, I am on a direct drive wheelbase, the T598, and I feel literally every small little detail. So I know the moment I hit the bollard whether I have gained pace, momentum, am I sliding, or what's the scene. I believe I took it right, perfect, like from the center of the bollard, and then you have to hit the apex, go on the green a little bit. It kind of gets you a bit more speed, and by the time you are getting back on the track, you have to be about 252 to 253 the moment when you do that. And then again, do not shift to sixth. By the time you go onto the uphill and you're about to brake, you have to be at 267, 268. So I start braking right about here. This is my braking marker. Yours can be a little late if you want to, but this is kind of my braking marker. Right before the third, you see the white line. I prep myself to brake right before at that point. And again, I trail brake, I shift to second and turn, then again shift to third, uphill. You have to ride the apex and the green, but do not go on the dirt on the right. Not only would you lose speed, you are definitely going to spin out. If not, get your entire lap cancelled, right? You'll get a red lap. And then ride that apex on the right, as I said, and then you have to figure out a way to be on full throttle here. Again, I'm gonna pause this. Yeah, so this is the line you gotta take, and you gotta be on the fourth here. The time above it says 45.9. I have seen people do 45.2 over here. So again, I at least have 5 tenths to gain here, and 7 tenths, sorry, 2 tenths over there on the turn 2 on the right hander, which I spoke about. So I believe I can still gain between 6 tenths to 8 tenths on this lap, uh, just at till this point. Now again, you have to go flat out. You can ride the apex. You can even go over the sausage. Just be careful. It is harder for you if you are on a wheel like the G29 or any of those belt-driven wheels, because you may not get the right feel of the road. But if you have mastered that wheel really well, you can still avoid spinning out. But you have to hit that apex. There is no other way for you to take this at full throttle without losing time and speed. And then try to hit the, I mean, you can obviously hit the right side of the the white apex line there. It's the racing line on the white, just before the mud starts on the right. But ideally, I don't want to go there because you have to come right here to the left. You have to bank left in order for you to gently tap on the brake, which I do right here, and then gentle tap, literally a gentle tap, as you could tell. Downshift to fourth, ride this apex. Do not touch this sausage. Do not touch this sausage. Certain sausages you can go over depending on the curve of your of the track and your corner, but on this section, like a few others I've pointed out specifically, do not touch that apex. And as you see, the left tire is glowing red, which means, and obviously I can feel that on my steering wheel and my pedal set as well. There is little, like some tractions lost on the front left wheel, but it will obviously, you have to trust the car, and as you can see, it's back on, right? And this is something that you need to ride for sure in order for you to exit with the best speed possible. And you would see that I'm still pushing on fourth and just pushing to fifth right when I exit that white apex line, and then I brake right here when I'm kind of just crossed the third. There's a number 3 board right where I passed it. You can just just reverse this feed, and you can see there's a 3 board. I brake right here. Then I completely trail brake to the corner. I could have hit the apex, taken a late apex, and I could have landed somewhere at the 11 o'clock. So I instead, I land here by taking a wider turn. I think I lost at least 1/10 in this. And be careful, don't spin out. Alright guys, if you have any more questions, feel free to hit me up. I will be attempting this S7 license test just for the fun of it. And if you call yourself, if you want to call yourself a good sim racer, you have to get consistent gold, like lap after lap, on this S7 license test, especially on this car and this track. This combo is amazing. GG's, guys.